I keep meeting my birth mom, but she doesn't know it's me. She had me when she was 14, and I was given up for adoption. My parents told me about her growing up. I still have the letter she wrote me, asking if they could give it to me if they wanted. It's crazy reading it sometimes, knowing it was a literal child who wrote it, saying she's sorry she couldn't be my mommy, but she hopes I'm happy. She was open to having contact, but we moved for my dad's job when I was 11, and it seemed impossible to find her, but I did. She's working at this small restaurant, and I keep going, but she doesn't know it's me. We talk sometimes, and she seems really genuine. If it's not super busy, she's more open to talking. Sometimes when she says, "Do you want a refill, honey?" I want to tell her. I don't know why it makes me nervous. I drive 2 hours to come eat at this place just to see her. I'm there once or twice a week for the past 3 months. She always says hi with a big smile. But man, if only she knew. Last week, I finally told her. I waited for her to be done with her shift and waited in the parking lot. We said hi when she saw me. I told her there was something serious she needed to know. I pulled out her letter. She started bawling immediately, screaming and crying at the same time. Didn't even have to finish the whole "I'm your son" speech. She just saw it and knew. Next thing I know, she's hugging me. But then she pulled back and asked if it's okay to hug me. Of course it is. We're just there hugging and crying in the parking lot. It hit her hard. Her legs gave out for a second, so I had to hold her up. What really got me was her saying, "Look how big you got." She went back to open the restaurant up. Wouldn't take no for an answer. We had coffee, ate a slice of their pie, and talked for hours until almost 2 in the morning. She told me the second time I came to the restaurant, she got a feeling, but it was hard to believe it was me. For years after I was adopted, she saw kids that would be my age and used to think they were me. Then she would be crying in public. It messed with her mind and made her depressed, so she didn't want to get her hopes up when she saw me. She says I look so much like my biological dad. We talked about him too. They stayed in contact in case I ever reached out. I didn't have hope about finding him since he was never mentioned, so I'm glad they both planned for this. She told me how they wanted to keep me, especially my biological dad. He didn't want me to be adopted, but he knew they had to because they were just kids. It took him a long time to get past it. That's why he didn't leave anything, because he didn't want to believe he might not see me again. Her main thing was, am I happy? Were my parents good to me? Did I have a happy childhood? And I did. I told her, thank you for helping to give me this life. After my 18th birthday, she was hoping I would find her. That's why she stayed in the same city. But since I didn't, she always thought maybe I resented her or wasn't told I'm adopted. It made me feel bad for not telling her sooner. She told me it's not my fault and I did right. After I left, she sent a text telling me thank you for giving her this gift that she didn't know if it would ever come. A few weeks later, I met my biological dad. She set it up. We met at a park and he was already crying before we even got to him. He pulled me in for the biggest bear hug. He told me they loved me so much. I lost count how many times he'd come back in for one more hug. My bio mom was right. We look alike. He brought gifts. One was a teddy bear holding a picture frame of him at the hospital holding me. He was 15 years old. The other was a journal he started writing to me years after I was adopted. His way of still feeling connected to me. Some of the pages were his thoughts, like he's talking to me. How he felt when they found out she was pregnant. The adoption. Everything going on in his mind. When he first got to hold me as a baby. Reading what he wrote got me crying. We talked about his struggles and the feelings he had about giving me up. Then he wanted to know everything about me. I made sure they knew they made the right decision because my life was pretty great. He looked like he wanted to cry when he knew that because that's all they hoped for. My bio mom left so we could talk in private. He told me stories about how he met my bio mom. I love eating mangoes. He told me my bio mom was obsessed with mangoes before she got pregnant. We both like hiking and playing pool. He was a swimmer in college and I was on a swim team in high school. He was really open about sharing everything. He hoped this would happen and he prayed every day to see me again. I told my adoptive parents everything. My mom cried. My dad was proud. Seeing their reactions made it worth it.